Hello my dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the online session of computers. In the previous class, we were discussing about the button, that is a start button, and which are the options that are available in the start button. So now let us move forward to the another concept of files and folders. It means let us understand what is the file and what are the folders. Okay, understanding files and folders. So what is a file? A file is a collection of the data stored together. First, let me explain you with a simple example. We are bringing a bags to school. In our school bag, we carry books, notebooks, sharpener, compass box, lunch box, water bag, right? So that bag, the school bag is called the folder, and the books, copies, compass box, lunch box, the things which are inside the school bag is called the file. So what is the file? Like a notebook. So notebook is a collection of data. The textbook is also the collection of data. Okay, so different data, different information you got from your books, notebooks and textbook. So this all things, the books and their copies or the textbooks is called the files. And the school bag in which all these files are kept is called the folder. Okay, so this is a very simple example making you understand the concept of file and folder. So first, a file is a collection of the data that is stored together. A folder is like a bag that stores a group of files and other folders or subfolders. Folders keep the files organized by grouping them. Like in the school bag, we keep the textbook, the notebooks in the proper format. Likewise, the timetable. By seeing the timetable, we keep the books in a very organized manner so that we can easily find that this book is about what. So, the same way in a computer, the folder is used to keep the file in the proper format, in the organized form by grouping them. They are like school bags which contains files in the form of books and copies. Okay, so this is the file and the folder. Now, thus whatever we save on the computer is saved as the file. So whatever we are saving in the computer, like we are working on Microsoft Word. Now we have written something and we want to save the document of Microsoft Word. So that document is called the file. That Microsoft Word document is known as a file. A file can be saved. After saving the file, we can change the name, that is renamed, and we can also delete the file. Okay, so the file can be saved, it can be renamed, and it can also be deleted. This is how an icon of the folder looks. It can be named according to what it contains. Okay, so this is a folder. This folder contains different files. So when you will double click on this folder, it will open different files or subfolders that will be inside this folder. Okay, so this is the icon of the folder. There are some examples of icons of files. Each icon is different as shown in the software in which file is made. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Word document file, this is Microsoft Excel, this is MS PowerPoint, and this is MS Access database. Okay, so these are the files. The format will look different as per the software. For example, if you are working or if you are creating a document in Microsoft Word, then the document will be this. So this is the MS Word file, this is the MS Excel file. Okay, so this is how you can save the file. Now move to the another topic, that is application window. So when you will double click on an icon, any of the icon, when you will double click on any icon which is on the desktop, it opens a new window. So a new window will get opened. So that window is called the application window. For example, on double clicking the documents icon, it opens up in a new window. Okay, so whenever you will click on the document icon, on the computer icon, on any other icons, it will open a new window in which the files and the subfolders inside that will open. So that window is called the application window. Some components of the application windows are, first is title bar. So this is a blue strip on the top. It shows the file name and the location of the program. Second is control buttons. So there are three buttons on the extreme right of the title bar. They are called the control buttons. They serve many purposes. So the control buttons are used for many purposes. You can see the three buttons are there at the right side of the title board. Like minimize button, maximize button, close button. So if you want to minimize, if you are working on Microsoft Word, Now you want to perform another task, then you can minimize that Microsoft Word and you can go to the another software or another task. Again, if you want to enlarge that, and you can maximize that, and finally if you want to close a document after typing, you can use the close button. So these are called the control button. Let us see each control buttons in brief. First is minimize button. It minimize or shrinks the window. It means it will minimize your window. It will make your window shorten from the screen on the taskbar. Clicking on the taskbar button displays the window again. Okay, so it will be minimized to the taskbar that is on the bottom of the screen. Again, when you will click on that, again it will be enlarged. Next is restore or down button. It reduces the size of the window. It means the window becomes small. When we click on it once, the size of the window reduces and the button changes to maximize button. Okay, so whenever you will click on that restore button, it will be in the smaller size. The size of the window will get reduced, and in place of this symbol, this is the maximize button will be there. So once you will click on this, the symbol or the icon will be changed to this. Okay, so again you can maximize it. So while clicking on this button, so again when you will click on this button, again your screen will become bigger. Again your window will be on full screen. So on clicking this button, the window reappears on the full screen. Next is close button. So it will close the window. Let us see the another one, that is menu bar. It is just below the title bar. It contains the menu for the different tasks such as organize, share with, burn and new folder. Okay, so you can see that in the menu bar these options are displayed. So this is the menu bar. So in the menu bar you will see the organize, how to organize the files and folder. If you want to share it with anyone, if you want to burn, or if you want to write it and permanently store it, and new folder if you want to create the new folder. So this menu bar contains these options. Next is work area. So in this area we find the list of folders and files or a workspace during the tasks such as typing and drawing. So if you want to perform anything, if you want a list of folders and files, and if you want to perform anything on it, then like typing anything in MS Excel or MS Word, drawing anything in MS PowerPoint, Photoshop or MS Paint, then you can do it in a work area. You will see that one blank space will be provided to you. So that is called the work area. Okay, so this is a work area. You can see that the list of files and folders are there. You can create a new folder. This is the title bar, this is the menu bar, and this is the work area where everything is there, where you can see the list of files, folders. If you want to draw or type anything, you can just click on any of the file and you can start typing it. Okay, so F1 key is to get the Windows help and support. Now to shut down the computer, you have to click on the start button and you have to choose the shutdown option. Okay, so here again we will move to the difference between the Windows XP versus Windows 7. So this both are the operating system. Windows XP is the older version while Windows 7 is the new version. More versions are also introduced in the market like Windows 8, Windows 10. Okay, so now let us see the difference between the Windows XP and Windows 7. First we will see the differences as per the feature. So the first feature is shutdown and startup. You can see that in the Windows XP the processes are slow. It means a computer takes time to shut down and again to start up the PC. While in the Windows 7 the processes of shutdown and startup are very fast. Graphical components, that are not many graphical components in Windows XP, while Windows 7 has many graphical components and it is more attractive. It means various icons, colorful images are displayed. So that is more graphical components. Next is drivers. It is necessary to install drivers in Windows XP, while in Windows 7 by default inbuilt drivers are already there. So there is no need to install the drivers in Windows 7. Themes cannot be created by users in Windows XP, while in Windows 7 the user can create their own themes. Reliability. Windows XP is not as reliable as Windows 7, while Windows 7 is very reliable. It means very easy and understandable. Next is security. Windows XP is not as secure as Windows 7, while Windows 7 is more secure than Windows XP. If we are talking about the security, then Windows XP is less secure while Windows 7 is more secure. Okay students, so here we are finishing our chapter. Now we will move forward to the exercises. The first one is keyword. Desktop. So what is a desktop? Windows screen on which we work. Next is file. So a file is a collection of data. And folder. So a folder is a group of files and subfolders. Okay, so these keywords you have to write in your computer notebook. Other keywords are also there like GUI, stands for graphical user interface. Icon, a small graphic on a desktop. Taskbar is a horizontal bar present on a desktop. A wallpaper is a background picture seen on the desktop. Okay students, so these keywords you have to write in your computer notebook. Exercise A, that is tick the correct option, write in your computer textbook. Exercise B, that is true or false, write in your computer textbook. Exercise C, that is identify the given pictures, write in your computer textbook. Exercise D, define the following. This you have to write in your computer notebook. Exercise E, match the following, write in computer textbook. Exercise F, question answers, write in computer notebook. And exercise G, that is fill in the blanks, write in the computer textbook. Okay, so once again I repeat, you have to write the keywords, then exercise D and exercise F in your computer notebook. Rest all the exercises you have to write in your computer textbook. Okay students, the PDF with all the answers I have already shared with you. Study well. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.